Actually, until 1974, the National Weather Service issued tornado alerts, and warnings did not come into play until the Doppler radar system, which was able to spot rotation. Family dog is in some sort of danger cliché. Chickens are dicks to people trying to survive tornadoes. Yeah, you'd need human intervention during a tornado if all you put on this storm shelter was a bathroom stall locking pin. Well, at least the dog is safe. Also, maybe the dad didn't know this would happen, but seems to me he would have been totally okay staying with his family instead of trying to keep the door closed. Once the door blew off, nothing happened to his wife and daughter, or thankfully the dog.
This is gonna be a long day.
This is gonna be a long day cliché. Dude on his way to pick up contentious divorce papers brings new fiancé because conflict.
Sector scan west, northwest, look at mid-levels for rotation and increase the PRF.
Weather technobabble. Hard to believe, but this guy's gonna be a respected actor in a couple years.
NSSL says they've never seen anything like it.
National Severe Storm Laboratory issues never seen anything like it warnings. I wanted to do a Lost joke here, but I also wanted to do a mom sex spanking the monkey reference here. And now I can't think of anything but a masturbating smoke monster. 1996 Helen Hunt isn't my girlfriend in this scene. Jo hurriedly puts her high school class ring on her left ring finger instead of her right for some reason. Seriously, this has always bugged me. What is she trying to do here? Hide the fact that she's still wearing her wedding ring? Because A, fail. Bill spotted that shit as soon as he arrived. And B, can't let go of the past, girl, can't let go of the past.
The suck zone.
Every single conversation I have ever had with a woman involving the phrase the suck zone has ended in a slap in the face, a restraining order, or me sleeping on the couch. 1996, cell phone coverage out in the middle of bumfuck Oklahoma? Sure, I mean, shit. With what we're about to see in this movie regarding cell phone coverage, this shit is actually pretty tame. But still sinful.
We built 4 of them.
So you've been running out of grant money and you somehow built 4 of these things? Haha, copyright infringement.
Thought you'd want to be here for her first time out.
That's why I didn't sign the divorce papers.
Wow, it is great. What is it?
Movie conveniently gives us clueless character with tons of questions so we can get the exposition without it being all clunky and forced.
Measure all parts of the tornado simultaneously.
All parts? Seriously? All the parts? That's incredible!
If we knew how a tornado really worked, we could design an advanced warning system.
Movie tries to add importance to its tornadoes cause massive destruction plot by giving these storm chasers a device that justifies their dangerous work, and we won't miss out on flying cows.
If we can get this new information, we can increase warning time to 15 minutes.
You just said no one knows what's going on inside a tornado, and your machine will provide the first ever data about the inside of a tornado. And yet you are already able to calculate the time savings on tornado warnings from said untested machine?
I can't believe you actually did it.
Yeah, amazing, considering that it seems to be a fairly simple device if you have the know-how, and you obviously had way more money to do it when Bill was around.
How do you get it in the tornado?
Well, you gotta get in front of the tornado and put it in the damage path.
I'm trying to figure out the best way to say, I want to punch Bill Paxton in the face every time he says something, but it always comes out too mean.
We got major action.
Bill comes out to get the divorce papers signed at the perfect time for a tornado to revive his marriage. Haha, I don't care when this movie was made, that laptop is ridiculous. Here come the evil tornado chasers. Black trucks, black hearts.
Went out and got himself some corporate sponsors.
Corporate sponsors are bad. Brought to you by this Dodge I'm driving the whole movie.
He's in it for the money, not the science.
Yeah, but just because your motives aren't pure doesn't mean you can slag off and be shitty at tornado chasing. It's like if you're the running back Chris Johnson, right? You don't get that money if you're terrible.
Joe, come back.
Okay, so he has a CB in his new truck that was never meant for tornado chasing. Why again? Also, if he needed to flag down Joe about these oh-so-important divorce papers, why didn't he use it before?
Yeah, what's Jonas doing here?
He's a tornado chaser? Random asshole van somehow can't get around Bill in his truck for no reason other than random assholeness. Also, the van is behind the truck here, now all of a sudden it's on the side, and there's a drunk driver in it swerving into Bill, who amazingly reacted to the van before it even started to swerve. Awesome tornado chaser can't change a simple flat tire, decides to spend money on an auto mechanic to do the job.
How long do you think it'll take to get fixed?
Oh, maybe 10 minutes, 15 tops.
Bullshit. Jonas just happens to be getting interviewed about the tornado predicting system he stole right across the street from where Bill is getting his tire changed. This is like when Pixar and DreamWorks found out about each other's competing talking ant movies.
You stole my design, you son of a bitch!
This is like whenever Facebook learns of a new website or app with the word face or book in the name.
Dorothy, you took her, you damn thief!
Bill Paxton tries to set the record for the most ridiculous line readings in a pre-Nicolas Cage and Wigger Man era.
A satellite comlink. Got onboard pulse Doppler. We got next rad real time.
Weather jargon pissing contest. Yes, the dirt will tell me where that tornado will land. Why create Dorothy when you just have natural dirt reading skills?
Going green. Greenwich.
Like the screen you're standing in front of.
Dr. Melissa Reeves here.
Even today in 2014, you would have trouble getting a signal out in the middle of Oklahoma with half the major cell carriers. And that's without driving into a massive storm system.
Yeah, look at those pomadas.
Anything named after boobs is okay with me.
Can I drive?
No!
Then would you?
Joe was entirely too cool considering they're about to run into a tractor on the side of the road. Also, large obstacle out of nowhere is avoided at the last second cliche.
Casey has no idea what she's getting
Stay the
herself into.
hell
I know
out of
you
it.
don't.
Characters don't realize everyone can hear them. Never seen that before.
I think they turned left here.
Sure, you can read that these tracks are fresh from your van. I wasn't going to say anything about the Jeep product placement here because I already ragged on the Dodge Chrysler shit, but as soon as this Jeep logo leaves the center frame, what replaces it? An oncoming Jeep Cherokee. Tornado does not contain sharks.
Coming towards you, Joe!
How the f do you know that? You guys just radioed that you lost visual with them.
We lost visual.
Awesome. Even if it is Oklahoma, Pa Kent totally died right there. Probably for no reason.
It's starting to turn.
Where? I can't see
You
it.
will.
No need to give details. You'll see it, man. Don't worry. Just a tornado. What's the worst that could happen? With 30 yards of standing water, this truck definitely hits the bridge with too much velocity. Isn't that the point? Aren't you supposed to get in the damage path to drop your Dorothy? If Bill doesn't make the wrong call here, this movie's a brisk 35 minutes and everyone's happy. I would blame this bridge for being super convenient, but we all know that overpasses are horrible places to be for tornadoes, and these tornado experts should know that.
Where's my truck?
Of course, tornadoes have excellent comic timing. Is it possible for her to have driven around this yellow truck and still ended up in this position?
It's a very pretty truck.
Don't even think about it. No way.
Well, she must have presented a very compelling case.
There's your pal.
Because Bill had no idea that all those black vehicles he was passing were part of this dude's entourage. Where is Bill's team right now?
It's gonna shift its track.
Bill could simply teach a course on how to find and follow tornadoes and there would be no need for any Dorothy ever. Even though Bill's been stopped for at least 10 seconds and he lost Jonas's convoy, there are still evil black vans that need to pass him. Lucky as hell, Dirt Road takes them to the exact spot they need to get into the path of the tornado when it changes its course. Lucky as hell, Dirt Road turns into a normal highway out of nowhere.
Looks like they're going to intercept.
Movie accidentally puts its narrator into one of the black vans.
We're getting slammed in here, guys. You better hang back.
My fiancée should probably not be in the back of this truck now either. Why did they take her on a tornado chase again? You know why this truck didn't get destroyed and our heroes didn't get killed after getting hit by 2 tornadoes at once? Because Dodge ran. That's why.
Hey! We are absolutely not going.
This is the second time this movie has found that gag funny. If you want to have Melissa act weird while they're chasing tornadoes, that makes sense. But here, you're making it seem like she's never had a home-cooked meal in her life. Ah, here's one of Hollywood's staples. 2 characters destined to be together awkwardly have to dance around each other's personal space. Look, I could point out that Bill came out with 2 buttons undone, and now here there are 3, but that would be extremely nitpicky. What I really want to say is, button your shirt, asshole, you're at the dinner table.
4 will relocate your house fairly efficiently.
Is there an F5?
Where did everyone think the logical conclusion of this conversation was headed? You're sitting here casually talking about tornado strength, and you get up to F4, and you didn't think F5 was going to come up? I just want you to know that this song in this movie officially ended Van Halen. Not saying that's a good or bad thing, I'm just saying that's what happened. Coincidental timing is coincidental.
Hello.
You nearly ran into those guys after taking a cornfield shortcut, and you can still be a dick about it? Just because you're one of the good guys? Not to mention the wanton destruction of delicious corn, you fuckers.
We're gonna have to get off of this road.
This is no time to guess.
I'm not guessing.
First off, Joe, you should know that this asshole never guesses. He's always right. Second off, this guy is always right.
Just turn!
Miracle dirt roads are everywhere in Oklahoma. It's like if the game Portal was dirt roads.
Do we follow?
We do not.
Yeah, it's not like you haven't done that the whole movie. And also, when is Bill ever right?
It's coming right at us.
Do you see it?
No.
This tornado hides better than 1998 Godzilla.
Time for deployment, guys. Let's do it.
Hey, so if she's gonna use that to talk to the team, why did we need that sexy Bill has to wire her up scene a few moments ago? I see that the utility poles from the movie Volcano went to this movie's school of inconveniencing the protagonist.
Where'd it go? Where is it?
How do you not know? You've predicted everything else.
You've never seen it miss this house and miss that house and come after you.
Technically, you haven't either. You were busy saving your dog and looking into the skylight when your dad was trying to hold the cellar door down. Joe and Bill are arguing and are apparently completely safe despite having just driven 100 yards backwards from the sudden tornado, which is apparently gone, I guess. I don't know.
You can't explain it. You can't predict it.
You can!
Sorry he died, but it was a long time ago.
Man, this movie really leans heavily on the people overhear something on the radio or hot mic gimmick. And wouldn't she have to be pressing down on the talk button this entire conversation?
You better get over here and take a look at this.
You better take a look at this cliche. Way better movie begins showing, but does not end Twister. Ooh, it's a double feature of The Shining and Psycho. Man, that's gotta be one of the most dialogue-free double features ever. This screen only shows iconic images from The Shining. Pen stealing. Heartfelt moment where Bill basically told Joe he still loves her and broke Melissa's heart leads Joe to sign the divorce papers. even though we saw a scene with her stupid aunt verifying she also still loves Bill.
It's coming.
I realize tornadoes can form really fast, but since Dusty's watching the weather gear, this sudden surprising drive-in tornado should not be nearly this surprising, even if it formed quickly. This tornado also wouldn't form so fast as to be undetectable, but then also be a f***ing half-mile wide monster at the same time.
Get in the ground! Take her right now!
The f*** are these concession workers still doing inside the concession stand? This screen was pretty much toast a minute ago, but it respectfully waits until the Shining's Here's Johnny part comes up, because tornadoes and movie screens always work together to create a sense of irony. Bunch of tornado experts decide to seek shelter in an auto mechanic shop full of sharp and heavy tools.
Stay calm!
Unfollowable instructions. Okay, tornadoes have been consistently hitting Oklahoma all day, my weather equipment is going haywire. Back to reading Dante's Inferno, I guess.
It looks to hit Wakita head on.
Which double sucks because Joe's aunt lives there. I shake my hand in the air and yell, "Damn you, tornadoes! Now it's personal!"
I never meant for any of this to happen.
Oh, Billy, I know.
Well, I'm glad they got that love triangle resolved so easily. I wonder why it was something I worried about so much. No one has crossed off one of the 5s on this sign yet.
God.
I know, it's almost like a tornado came through here.
They had no warning.
Gravitas. Hey, those tornado victims look just like the ones in our opening flashback. Movie tries to make us think the main characters are actually in danger after an entire film of scenes have proven them to be utterly unkillable. See, even Aunt Meg and her dog are unkillable.
We'll probably keep her overnight just to be safe.
Overnight, forget it, I'm alright.
Just pour some tickle into my mouth and feed me some nails. I've got a house to rebuild tomorrow. Once again, I am so thankful the dog is okay. Oh, f*** you, movie. Also, phew, just in time. Can you imagine what would have happened if Bill broke up with Melissa longer?
That an even stronger tornado has now started to form.
Because tornadoes, like screenwriters, need to up the ante.
Nothing to see. See, it doesn't even hurt.
Okay, we have established that Aunt Meg is very tough. Can we get to the last tornado already?
Joe, it's gotta stop. I didn't have any warning.
Now you're just beating a dead dad. Also, how much warning do you need? How many miles of Oklahoma is this movie covering? There have been tornadoes all day. The NSSL has already established that a record-breaking amount of tornadoes in Oklahoma is possible, and several have touched down already. And then all your own weather equipment was going crazy out in the yard. I don't see how you didn't have any warning.
Joe, gonna happen to somebody else. You go stop it.
Go stop it? You go stop it. The point of this is to create a warning system, not stop the tornadoes. What, are tornadoes something that need to get captured in a genie bottle? Joe sees this artwork in Aunt Meg's yard and has a convenient epiphany to put little pinwheels on all the sensors, which is a long way of me saying sculpture ex machina.
I need every aluminum can you can find.
Nothing from the Coca-Cola company though, because that would just be wrong. Why is it the sunniest day ever a few hundred feet from an F5 tornado? Can I, as a non-weather science guy, ask a question? Why isn't this a success? The sensors are scattered all over, and the tornado will surely pick up most or all of them. Why do the sensors have to be sucked up into the tornado, but can only do so via the Dorothy system, which appears to be a light metal can? Man, perfect aim every time. This random act of nature really knows how to put movie protagonists right in harm's way. Petroleum truck getting thrown at a speed close to 300 miles an hour only nudges Bill's truck and even lends a helping hand by dislodging it from the tree. I'm sorry, you're dead. I mean, you were in that fire for 7 seconds. I mean, maybe the trick is not minding. But the rest of this movie is probably just a dream by the angels of your charred corpses.
The pack is too light, or you have to anchor it.
Isn't this something that you would have figured out way the f back in the drawing room on these things?
When I want your opinion, I'll give it to you. Look out!
Man, this tornado has better aim than any bad guy in any action movie ever. Haha, he's dead now. But considering the tone of the rest of this movie that I just watched, that's pretty fucking dark.
There's nothing we could do.
Yes, there is.
You have a cure for getting exploded? Does she think she's helping? Sorry, Joe, that's at least the second time you should have died in this movie. Tractor totally smashes the windshield, but then at the very next cut, no worries, you imagined it all. This line reading.
I think we're going in!
It's like a theme park ride, where all the scary parts know exactly where the road is. This is where the movie jumped the house. I mean, shark. NATO. Jump the Sharknado. Ah, f it, this shit is stupid and deserves a sin. Also, this is impossible. How could they have entered the house on the house's first floor, gone up or down the stairs, and then exited still on the first floor? Also, the red Dodge truck is very thankful that it was a prop house and not a real one. Tornado chasers are dicks to corn again.
Hurry!
I don't think you can outrun a tornado, much less an F5 with 300-mile-per-hour winds, but yeah, hurry. Why are you still standing there? Run, f***ers!
These pipes go down at least 30 feet! We anchor to it, we might have a chance!
Phew! I, for one, thought you guys were goners. Yeah, it shouldn't surprise you that Spielberg is a producer on this movie. He also tried to sell that refrigerators will save you during a nuclear blast lie, too. Also, the movie itself knows why this shouldn't work. Not only are they likely pulled out of the ground by a tornado of this magnitude, but even if it worked, they'd be human-sized Twizzlers. Magic Tornado completely dissipates instantly after our hero survived its carnage. Oh good, the tornado spared her dad, so we won't have to see Twister 2. Bill cops a feel.
Wow, look at
Didn't take the house.
Yeah, that tornado sure was generous.
You're doing the analysis. I'm running the lab.
Horrible couple realizes they can only love each other while being in tornadoes. I guess Joe and Bill have homie beacons on or something? I mean, with a mile-wide F5 tornado, I have no other explanation for how they could possibly have arrived at this exact spot 30 seconds after the twister hit. And no one ever died from a tornado again. Wait.
The suck zone.
Hi, sorry to interrupt. May I please use the phone just for a sec?
For what?
I just want to call Regina on the boat because I figure since we're waiting, maybe I could just,
Wow, it is great. What is it?
Donnie, you're out of your element.
You're like a child who wanders into the middle of a movie.
To the death.
No! To the pain. To the pain means the first thing you lose will be your feet below the ankles, then your hands at the wrists.
Don't worry. I know Cole. He always goes to the outside.
Bill, Joe, it's over. The thing was stable, and then it's gone.
Erased from existence. I'm sorry he died, but it was a long time ago. You gotta move on.
We're going to survive. Today, we celebrate our Independence Day.
I regret nothing.
Which happens, Dad's leave. No need to be a pussy about it.
Debris! Dusty, we have debris!
Debris.
Right!
That's right.
Stupid.
We tried. There's nothing we could do.
If you build it, he will come. If